Did I just wake up? Yes. Am I still in my blanket? Yes. Is this a wrap-up of everything I read and watched in March? Yes. So the first thing I watched in March was The Invisible Man, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Very freaky, in like a psychological way. Like it's creepy, but it was very good, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I gave it 5 stars. The second thing I watched this month was La La Land. It was a rewatch, but I enjoyed it so much more this time. Like I liked it the first time, but like this time it was even better. I gave it 4.5 stars. I think the soundtrack is so good. The next movie I saw was Onward, and it was the last movie I saw in theaters. Because now everything is shut down. And it was good. It made me cry so much. There was maybe like 8 people total, and I had snuggly teenage couple on one side and a mother and son on the other side, and I'm sitting there like like watch this movie fully invested, and the teenagers are just like and the mom is just like handing her son snacks and like just trying to keep him quiet, and the movie ends and I'm just like and the mom hands him the boy a tablet, and he's playing it on like full volume during the credits, and I'm just this was so good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars just because there were some plot lines that I didn't like as much and characters I didn't like as much, but just the main story with the brothers I really, really liked. The next movie I watched was Frozen 2. I had seen this already in theaters, but we were in the camper and my sister wanted to watch it, and it was just on Disney Plus, and we were like, okay. I was feeling nice, so we put it on. I think I might like the first Frozen better. I'd have to see them kind of back to back to kind of judge for sure, but I think the music is better in the first one. Olaf is just not funny. And I'm not like one of those crazy Frozen fans either, but I think the first one is probably better. I do get annoyed with them singing around the house all day. That gets really old. So maybe that's kind of judging my, perception of it. But yeah, we did that. And then the next movie we watched after that was Frozen 2 again. You know why? Because my other sister got jealous that I watched it without her. So we watched it again. Yes. And it was the same. Skipping over to books now. The first book I read was this Winter Soldier comic. I just picked it up, and I hadn't read anything before that in that series, but I picked it up because I like Bucky, and I was really confused. So I don't know if it's fair to give it a star rating because I didn't read anything in the series before that. So I don't think I'm going to. I was confused, but I like Bucky. The next book I read was Marvin Mack's Bad Day. It was given to me by the owner of the comic book store because the author was there. So I read it there, and then I talked to him about it, and then he signed it for me, and it was cool. The next book I read was my favorite of the month, and that was Dry by Neil Shusterman. I read this in the car. We had an audiobook, and it was something that me and my sister could do where we'd each have an earbud and we would just listen in the car and be like, oh, oh. And I would also say that if you're going to read it, have some water with you, because it is a book about a drought and you will be thirsty, I guarantee. Jumping back into movies, I rewatched Knives Out. It came out on DVD, and I love that movie. Now, the next day was crazy. The next day, I watched the entire Hobbit trilogy in one day. I think the first one is my favorite. It's perfect. I mean, I just love the entire thing. The second one, I think, isn't as good. I still really like it. The end, I mean, the end killed me the first time I watched it. To wait that, gap between the second and third movie just was insane. But in the third movie, I think I enjoyed the least. The special effects aren't as good, and the story is just kind of like you're waiting and you're waiting and then it happens and it's over. And I don't think it's as good as the other two, but it was really, really fun to watch it all in one day because you got to see the story just, start and end. The next movie is a rewatch as well, and that is 1917. I love this movie. I think it's perfect, and I'm a little maybe salty that it didn't win as many awards as it should have. Taking a quick break from movies, I watched the second season of Stranger Things. Oh my gosh! We got Netflix late, so we're like late to this party, but I watched the second season this month, and it's so good! Oh my gosh! Like, I think that, episode 8 is kind of weak, but like I love all the character development that we get in the season, and I love this show. And the last movie I watched was The Greatest Showman. I love this movie so much. I think it has like the best soundtrack, and I could watch it over and over and over and never get tired of it. So that is all that I have for today. I went through everything that I watched and read. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if my morning voice annoys you. This blanket is so soft. And I will see you next time when I film another video. Okay, bye.